Hi guys, so today I want to go through how can we get more out of our learning? What can we do as learners to really think more deeply and make those connections? And that's something that we can do actively and really purposefully think about it. The topic that I'm going to discuss is exothermic reactions. I'm just going to do a little bit of teaching on this, and I'm going to get you really to think about what goes on and how you should be thinking about such concepts. Some of us do it organically. That means we don't even think about it. It's all unconscious and it's just happening, and we're not realizing that it's happening. Others are a little bit more purposeful. They really think about, and they're trying to make those connections from what they already know and anchoring that information to the new information that they have learned in the current class. What we have to think about here then is, how do we use our faculties of our sight, our hearing, our senses of smell, touch, our visual imagination? How are we thinking about information? Are we making images in our head? Are we thinking more deeply about it? All right. Or is it just, are we just seeing something at face value and that's it? That shouldn't be the case. And so today what we're going to do is look at an example and show you, as the learners, some things that you can do to help yourself. Okay, so let's have a look at this example over here. Right, so I have drawn previously some information about exothermic reactions, some associative informations. All right, for anyone that doesn't know, exothermic reactions release heat to the surroundings. Okay, so the energy, the temperature will increase in the surroundings. And what I've done over here, if you look at the screen now, you can see that we've got some information to really signpost that and make that very clear. So the temperature is increasing in temperature degrees Celsius, or T degrees Celsius. So we know that this is a temperature increase. The arrow is going up, and I've just written a arbitrary number of 300 degrees Celsius. That doesn't matter. I've done a quick doodle of a thermometer showing some red color to represent that it is getting hotter. Okay, and on the right of it, I've written an example. So this is an example of combustion. Combustion, it could be combustion or burning of fuels, for example. So if we're burning fuels, we are releasing heat to the surroundings. And so what I've done is, rather than write that in words, I've kind of shown a cloud of gas and heat being released. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to get the learner to understand. And that's what I would do as I'm getting them to follow my journey and my learning path through this. And then what I've written is some words as well. So energy is released. So we know that through that imagery and that drawing of me showing the gas particles or heat being released, that is information that I can draw upon as a learner. I know it's heat because I've already mentioned earlier on that this is an exothermic reaction. But even more important here, and I found this very useful as well, is that the actual word itself can help us try and learn it. Okay, so the word exo can help us understand that it's something to do with exiting, moving outwards. All right, so hence why you'll see that the first part of the word has been underlined. Exo meaning exit. And then, of course, some of you will realize that therm comes from the word thermal, and thermal means heat. So, of course, then we mean heat is given off to the surroundings, so, or heat is exiting. So just from that word, we are able to find meaning. Okay, so what have I done? I've used my visual perception by drawing a bomb. Okay, and this is now an example of a exothermic reaction. I've also shown a doodle of a thermometer and it's increasing in temperature. So I know when I think of exothermic reactions, my learners need to know that the temperature should be increasing. Okay, and I've also looked at the actual word itself. The word Exo means exit, and for some of them that will be an ah moment. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. If it's exiting, heat is given off to the surroundings. And of course, therm means heat as well. And it doesn't stop there. The beauty of learning and the beauty of using your own faculties is that you can add more information to that. And that's what artificial intelligence isn't able to do. It's that thinking of lots of different pieces of information and putting it all in one go and making it accessible to the learner straight away. Okay. And for us as human beings, we have that ability, right? So another way that I can connect this is, say, respiration. Now, respiration is a process whereby energy is released to the surroundings. Again, right? What happens when someone exercises and does a bit of a workout, right? Their body heats up. Again, there's a connection. Exothermic. Oh yeah, your body heats up. You start to burn. You start to get red in color, your skin, and that's that connection with biology and chemistry together. So there's so many different ways that you can work this, but it is important to really get you to think about learning is not just one method, one way. There is so many different ways for you to input information. Anyways, I hope that helps. Enjoy.